Welcome, everybody, to a Cinema Asylum podcast movie review.
Hello.
We are doing this separate from main episodes now, so we can do more reviews. So I think we watched a movie called I.S.S.
You think?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And for if you somehow don't know, I.S.S. stands for International Space Station.
Exactly. I was about to get to that.
So yeah, it's an independent movie, I believe. It's made by a studio called Bleecker Street, so I'm pretty sure it's independent. It was a sci-fi thriller, and yeah, let's discuss this.
It was not thrilling. They missed that aspect.
I want to say before we actually do get started with the review, I actually did some research on the budget. It only cost almost $14 million for this movie. So let me say right away.
They didn't put that towards some of the acting.
They didn't.
But I was going to say real quickly about the visuals. For a movie that's $14 million, it looked great.
That's what I was gonna get at. That was my highlight of the movie, actually.
Absolutely.
The visuals, I don't know if it was cinematography or just the effects they used. It looked kind of grainy in a way, really,
Yeah, there were grainy moments.
It looked really like grungy, I guess, is how it looked. And
I was very surprised it only cost $14 million.
There's better movies out there for less now.
Yeah,
That's true.
I was actually going to say that I was a little disappointed in the visuals. I like the filter.
Yeah, I like the feel of it.
cinematography.
Yeah,
but there were definitely
questionable moments.
Yes.
Yeah. I just like the feel of it, not the actual. Yeah.
And spoiler.
Yes.
Always spoilers.
Not that I think that you should go see this movie, but spoiler anyway in case you do want to see it. One moment that it was like, that's obviously CGI, was whenever he's outside and you can see like his tether. The tether itself looked okay, but like the clip, you could see, I swear there was a moment that I saw it move off of the bar and then back on.
Okay, I thought I noticed that. I wasn't sure.
Yes. 14 million and you're going to have a fuck up like that? Like, come on. Come on.
I believe the cast was all relatively unknown, if not unknown.
Now that I do like.
Yeah.
I do like that they had, because I didn't recognize anybody.
I didn't either.
That being said, though,
Some of them were better than others.
Yes. I think that the best two were the one Russian dude at the end that made it to the end.
Yes.
I mean.
Yeah, he was the best.
He was by far the best actor in the movie.
Yes.
I feel like that the dude in the blue jacket was decent. Not great, but decent.
Decent, but a
Throughout
jerk.
part.
I didn't like his character at all, though.
No.
He was a scumbag.
But there again, they wrote it that way.
Yeah.
I feel like that everyone else, it just kind of went downhill from there. The leading actress, I'm not saying that anybody in this movie was a bad actor.
Right.
But what I am saying is that I feel
they need
like,
to improve.
Yeah. I feel like that they will get better. I think that all of them have a lot of potential.
And I feel like even we'll get to our honest thoughts with what we think of the movie in a little bit. But you already said you wouldn't recommend it. But
I'm gonna elaborate.
Yeah, we'll get to it in a few minutes. But honestly, I feel like even if this wasn't a good start, because of this movie, they have a future in sci-fi. They could get other roles, similar roles, because of this movie. Because I feel like it is gonna attract attention, whether it's good or bad attention.
Mm-hmm. I mean, as a filmmaker, I can tell you that even if you get a negative review, that's still a good thing.
Right.
Because people see that and people are going to be like, I'll check it out. So, I really don't know where to go with this movie. It was a very frustrating movie. The story making made little to no sense.
The plot, you thought it was going one place, and it just kind of fizzled into something else.
I'm all for plot twist.
Yeah.
I love plot twist. There were so many in this movie.
That didn't lead to anything.
Exactly, and it made it really hard to follow.
Yes.
There was a moment towards the end, I don't know if you heard me, but I looked over at you and I'm like, what the fuck is going on right now?
Yeah. Honestly, I know you like to rag on it. I know you don't actually not mind it, but even though Interstellar is kind of hard to follow, this was not Interstellar.
No.
Like Interstellar, at least it led somewhere.
Also,
And it
for the
made
record
sense.
of the viewers, I've never seen Interstellar.
Yeah.
At least, I've seen parts of it, but no.
You just like to rag on it to rile me up.
Yes. I only shit on Interstellar to piss Matthew off. This plot, I really like the idea that they went with.
The idea was great.
I do want to say one thing. I'm actually glad that they didn't go the direction I thought they were going to with it. I thought it was going to be straight down the middle of the line, America versus Russia.
Yeah.
And I feel like that...
It would have got too political.
Yes. And I feel like that in today's political climate, the last thing we need is a movie that encourages division. Because let's face it, there is a possibility of something like this happening. And I like that there was more unity. I really like that aspect of it. Because even if a war like that was to happen between us and whoever, I feel like that pretty much everybody in both countries would be like, we don't fucking want this.
Yeah.
And I like that was at least partially portrayed.
I'm not going to lie. I actually thought it was America versus Russia.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, on Earth it was, yeah.
Yes, but the people on the space station.
Yeah.
Kind of united at the end.
Yes.
Now I'm a little confused at this point, honestly.
I was confused
How do
the
you
whole
think
movie.
I felt?
We were confused the whole movie.
Yes.
Which, okay, here's the thing. I understand. I mean, okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't know what was going on. Honestly,
Yeah.
I was just so focusing on the space visuals and also on the action that they were doing.
Did anyone else see any water on their Earth render? Because I didn't. It didn't look like Earth.
I seen water, but the continents looked wrong.
Sorry. That.
Oh, is that what you meant?
Yeah.
Yeah, all the continents looked wrong. It
It
just looked
looked-
like a mold.
It looked very strange.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
The Earth shots were kind of weird too.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, what I was gonna say was, yeah, I was kind of trying to follow to the story and all that stuff. But I'm gonna be a lot more forgiving to this movie. I'm sorry. I really like this movie. I understand.
Turn his mic off.
I understand. I mean, the people can't figure out what the story is about. Or is it about America versus Russia? Or what is this? Why are people hating each other? Okay, I understand that, but I enjoyed it.
From a visual standpoint, it does look good for the most part.
Yeah.
If you look at it just visually, it does look good.
Yeah. Now, I would definitely say this. It definitely does not reach up to the classic of the space movie. Apollo 13, Interstellar.
Nothing like that.
Yeah. No.
Even Apollo 18 is better.
I haven't seen it. I never seen Apollo 18.
We should watch Apollo 18 with John.
That could be one of our review rewinds.
We should do that since we're talking about space movie today.
It's kind of a found footage movie, isn't it? Apollo 18.
It has aspects, yeah.
Because I seen bits of it of Apollo 18, and I thought to myself, this kind of looks bad. This looks so boring.
So you're telling me that looks boring, but the movie we just watched isn't?
No, I wasn't bored at all throughout the entire film.
I'm confused.
Okay.
Just like the plot. Just like,
Exactly.
I mean, which that's another thing too about movies. I mean, you don't have to understand the plot. I want it that you enjoyed it. And listen, I heard good things about this movie before I even went to go see it.
I didn't see anything good, actually.
Are you sure?
Well, I didn't see anything
it
about
had a positive
period.
rating when I looked at it.
I seen a 5.4 on IMDb, I believe.
Okay, so needless to say, it's a divisive movie, I guess
Yeah.
you could say. It's a very
Yeah.
divisive movie. There are professional movie critics that actually like the film, but then audience that's like, I didn't get this movie. Look at Ad Astra, for example. Critics love the
Why?
movie. Critics love the movie, but audiences didn't care for it. So it's kind of divisive.
I
now,
enjoyed it.
yeah, I love Ad Astra too. So it's one of those movies, right? There are multiple space movies that could be extremely divisive on people.
I feel like Ad Astra was better made, though.
It is, absolutely.
Ad Astra was way better made than this.
Absolutely.
Pretty much every movie I've ever seen has been made better than this one. I feel like, and I feel too like the ending sequence was so strange because it kept cutting to black, and then they would go into like empty
Another
room
scene.
shots.
Yeah. I thought it was going to end like 6 times.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That's kind of what I felt like too. I thought this is the end. Oh
I
no, now
wanted
they're
it
showing
to
another
end.
footage. No, this is the end. No, they're showing another thing. And I was
I
thinking,
also-
what in the world's going on?
There's one major gripe that I have with this movie. It's that the dude that I thought was going to be there until the very end, he goes out to fix the antenna, which ends up it didn't need to be fixed. It was a ploy to get him out to kill him. He survived that, and I thought, okay, he's going to make it. I felt like he might be in danger still, but I felt like it was going to be like at the very end of the movie, a last-minute betrayal or something. He survives. He gets back into the space station. Not even 5 minutes later, this motherfucker's dead.
And let's put it,
Gordon, right?
yeah.
Gordon.
But we thought he was dead all this time.
Yes.
So you think he dies early in the movie, and then you think he's dead all this time. He comes back, and then he dies right away.
That's so
Stupid.
fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I actually didn't think he died in space. I didn't think he was gonna die.
The thing about film is I believe if you don't see the death, it didn't happen. So I felt like it was a possibility he survived. It took them a little bit to go back to it. Like, I honestly kind of felt like everyone forgot about him after like 5 minutes.
Yeah. The writing was not the strong suit of this movie.
No, the writing in this movie was all over the damn place.
Yeah.
I feel like that. How long was this movie?
Hour 35.
It was an hour 35. It felt like a significantly longer movie.
Yeah.
There were parts that were rushed and parts that dragged.
Yes. The pacing was a mess too.
Yes. This movie is a hot mess and a half.
Yeah.
There are aspects that I did enjoy, like I said, I feel like the one Russian dude that made it to the end, I felt like he was the best actor in the movie.
The cinematography.
It was okay.
It was one of the higher points of the movie. It wasn't a... Yeah.
Not necessarily a good point, but we'll take what we can with this one.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like that Garrett's cinematography is better, actually.
I do like the filter, though.
The filter was great.
That filter looked amazing.
The color grading was pretty damn good.
That's what I'm talking about,
Yeah,
yeah.
it did look great. And by the way, I just did some research. When the film came out, it had a 78% Rotten Tomatoes. It went down to 62%.
I wonder why.
So I was thinking,
that for
wow, that went out fast.
Is that for audience or...
Critics.
Okay.
Audiences, I'm not seeing it yet. And I know why, because it's an independent film.
Yeah.
And it's not in every theater, at least not yet anyway.
Right, yeah. With smaller movies, it usually takes longer for the
And I will
audience score to
admit, the
come up.
clips of the film, it looked great.
The trailer made it look amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I really thought there was going to be a lot more violence.
Yeah, it was kind of mellow.
It was. I mean, it had its moments.
But it was mostly off screen in a way.
Yes. I enjoyed the aspect of them being in space, I enjoyed the aspect of like the challenges that they might face trying to survive in space.
Yeah.
Especially whenever both sides think that the other is out to get each other.
It built the suspense, but then it fizzled out.
It did really good with suspense at first.
Yeah.
And
then just kind of like deflated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also did like the Russian actress. I don't know if she's actually Russian or not, but she was good.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah. But I got one question. Who's the villain? Like, that's the one question that people are going to get confused as well. Like, who is the villain?
I feel like that answer is pretty obvious. It was the one
Nikolai.
Russian dude, yeah. But then towards the this is one twist, and it was a
After
twist
another, after another.
Yes, it was really the last big twist, I think. The one dude on the American side that tried to betray
Christian, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, kudos to him as an actor because he did a good job of like stringing me along, and then like at the end it was like, what are you doing, you fucking idiot?
He kind of like gave like a horror movie kind of like twist at the end. Like,
yeah.
He just kind of did the head tilt and kind of went for it.
I did like him as an actor, and I enjoy the character because of how much I hate the character.
Yeah.
Throughout the movie, I felt like that. I mean, I felt like he was going to make it close to the end, and I was right. He just about made it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have done that as a twist.
Right.
I wouldn't have made a twist because here's the thing: these three, they went through a very hard situation together. That if I was writing it, would have brought them closer, and they would have realized, we are the three that we can trust. Not some bullshit about him, like.
But people are selfish.
Well,
Inherently selfish.
Right. Yeah.
I feel like that twist was really unnecessary.
It was unnecessary, but it seemed kind of logical in a way. It did make sense, at least.
Man,
I feel like he would have waited until they were safe. And then to risk losing his own oxygen.
Yeah, okay.
You see what I mean? Like, it was a really dumb mistake. Because, like, what if he gets caught up in a massive... I mean, he's on board with, another lady, and then a Russian guy. He gets in a fight, and he can't fix the life support in time.
He just killed himself.
Exactly. It was... I.S.S. was not a good movie.
And you were looking forward to it too.
Yeah.
We should make note of that.
Yes, I was very, very excited for this movie.
I was
Matthew
too.
sent me the trailer. And I watched it. And I told him the moment I watched it, I was like, dude, we're seeing this together in theaters. I'm sorry. Oh, God, I don't even know. I feel like that we kind of ended the year strong last year with The Creator.
Yes.
We ended the year very strong with that. If you can call that the end of the year, because it came out in September.
Right, but you've seen it towards the end of the year.
Well, yeah. And then
Which I'm very glad you've seen. The Creator is such a fantastic movie.
We opened the year with this painful, flaming, horrible piece of garbage.
On the positive note, there are a lot of potential for better sci-fi movies this year.
God, I hope so.
There's, I believe, 9 sci-fi movies this year, including an Alien sequel, as we've said, Dune Part 2. Adam Sandler's doing a sci-fi drama.
That's weird. I don't know what to make of that.
It's going to be interesting to see. It's called Spaceman.
Okay, here's the thing. I love Adam Sandler. I think that he can pull off serious roles.
Yeah.
Not as well as comedic, but I think he can pull it off. So I'm curious to see, is it going to be a serious role or is it...
It's a drama.
Okay, so it's not going to be comedic.
No.
That will be very interesting to see.
I haven't watched the trailer for that yet. Although
I have not yet.
Although I did see the poster, and I thought whoever did the poster for the film that's coming out, that looks really good. And I'm mixed on Adam Sandler. He can do some great things, but he can do some bad things in terms of movies.
I love most of his comedic roles, but whenever it comes to his serious roles, it's a lot more hit and miss. So let's face it, it's Netflix.
Yeah. Of the sci-fi stuff coming out this year, my top 3 are Alien Romulus, Dune Part 2, and The Three Body Problem on Netflix, which is a miniseries.
That does look really good.
Yeah, those are my top 3 most anticipated sci-fi.
I saw the trailer for that last night.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, what in the world is going on here? And I was like, oh, that's the show that Matthew's been looking forward to.
Yes.
It actually looks really good. But I want to say real quickly about the third act when these guys were going at each other with the knives and all that stuff. And
the drills.
The drill. Yeah, and I was just thinking, guys, I don't think that would be fiction, like in real life. I don't think that would work in space. I don't think that would work.
A drill would work in space, but I think when they were in the airlock, it looked, so they could have drilled through the side of the thing and maybe.
Probably. I mean, I've never been to space, so I don't even know if that actually could work.
One more thing before we give our star reviews. There's something to be looking forward to for sci-fi. Tom Cruise is actually doing a sci-fi movie that will be shot on the International Space Station.
Yes, that's what I heard. Yeah.
It's the first movie ever filmed in space. I believe they're starting later this year. Leave it to Tom Cruise.
Dude, I'm on board with that.
I guess whenever you're a part of a cult, anything is possible.
Yeah.
But it's time for the star reviews.
Okay.
We have to put it 1 star. We have to put even a half a star.
Half a star is the lowest, yeah.
No, I think
Fuck
0
that.
star. I say 0 star is the lowest.
Well, yeah, 0 was technically the lowest.
Dude, there's no stars on the table here.
I
still wish that I could take away stars. I did not like this movie.
I'm giving it a 2 out of 5. Purely for the color grade and stuff. And the Russian actor was pretty good.
I want to see him in more.
Yeah, so 2 out of 5.
And I'm gonna take a wild guess and say John's gonna go like at least 3.5, but I'm gonna say John's about to say 4 out of 5 stars.
You're saying I'm going to give at least 4 out of 5 stars?
I'm saying you're gonna give at least 3.5, but I think that you're gonna say 4 out of 5 stars for I.S.S.
Actually, I'm actually going to give it 4.5 because I'm sorry. Again, I get it. It's confusing, but I liked it for what I saw. Okay, so I really liked the movie, and I'd be entertained when I watch it more times. So
he liked Moonfall, and I gave that, I think, a half a star.
I'm pretty sure I gave it 10 out of 10, but for entertainment value and for how bad it was. But again, though, welcome to my world of who I'm entertained for. My brain works differently.
This was the first separate movie review for the Cinema Asylum podcast. This was episode 2 of season 2. We'll see you for season 3.
Episode 3.
Episode 3 in a little bit.
Get it right, motherfucker.
Good night.
And goodbye.